We're back for the second segment of the Laker Hockey Show on a Tuesday afternoon. We're in studio in Shoaldice Library. Damon Witten's here along with Matt Pocket, and we're going to go to Bowling Green this weekend. That's always a fun trip, straight down the highway into northern Ohio. Lakers are going to play against a team that has already beaten them twice this year, 3-0, 3-1 back early in January when we came off the Christmas break and had no students on campus. We had very small crowds and paid a price for that. But Christian Stover was the big guy that weekend. I can recall that very well. He's got tremendous statistics right now. And so does Cole Moore, really, the backup goaltender, who's actually played more games than Stover has because Stover's been injured most of this season. So it'll be interesting to see who plays goal for Bowling Green. Their leading scorer is Ryan O'Hara, 10 goals, 18 points. Spencer Kirsten has 9 goals and 16 points. Lakers, by comparison, you got Connor Milburn at 22 points. 9 of those are goals. And Sasha's got 14 goals and 19 points. Timo Bakos has 8 goals, 19 points. We have a lot of players with more points than anybody on Bowling Green, but their record's better. They're up in 4th place right now in the standings. Lakers are tied, well, right in there with Ferris State. Actually own the tiebreaker, but Ferris State's playing Northern at home this weekend. They're going to get at least one win. Damon, we got to get a win on Friday night.
Well, one Friday and Saturday night's a plan, and like you said, we don't know Stover's status, but you look at what he did: 9-1-3, 94 save percentage, and a 1.7. So, he was really good for them, and again, just really changed. I think their confidence level, the way they played, and just was impactful. And Cole Moore's at a 92.8. So and Cole Moore's good goaltender, 6'6", covers a lot of net, and he's a different kind of threat in there with his size there. So it'll be interesting to see what we have. You haven't heard much out of Coach Williams and the staff of the status of Christian and what that's like. But again, he's a difference maker in the net for them. And, Ryan O'Hara, I think, is a guy that drives their team. He's had a tremendous year offensively for them. Fairly experienced player there with O'Hara, and then you sprinkle in some graduates. I think they've got 3 grad players up front and 2 or 3 more seniors. So they've got some good experience and good size up front, led by guys like O'Hara and Brody Waters. Had a great year. Those 14 goals from Brody Waters match Sasha Telegwin's 14 goals. So an offensive impact guy. And again, they bring that size at you. It's a team that plays downhill. They love getting to the net. They can be pretty chippy in their building, and they start spring break just like we do Friday. So I don't know what that means for their students and their band and things like that, but a very loud building to play in, that low roof, and kind of echoes around and can get a little crazy in there. And then same thing on the back end. A lot of their D have tremendous size with Steinberg 6'4" and Parker 6'2", Wozni 6'2", the Russian there 6'4". So it's a big D core as well that defends really hard, protects their net well, and just like every weekend, you're going to see tough defensive battle, and it's an area that we've got to improve upon as well. We've been too leaky and too porous at times, and we've got to fix that, and it'll be a big focus of our practices this week.
Yeah, Slater Family Ice Arena, one of Matt Pocket's favorite buildings in the league, and it was always one of mine when we were.
If I can hit my head on your ceiling, it's a low ceiling.
Just think how I had to deal with it.
Yeah, were you just like hunched over the whole time, or like army crawling?
Yeah, it's a great place. They make a lot of noise in there, though. It's a good atmosphere.
Bill, you haven't seen the renovations. They've done a great job. They've added some suites in above the Zamboni end there, and video board, and they've done a couple really nice upgrades the last couple of years as well.
Yeah, it's just a fun place, fun crowd. They go nuts in there, and not even just the students, but the city crowd that comes in, some of the older folks that come in, people with families, they go bananas in there too.
It's loud. It's a loud place. And again, it can really get on top of you. And I find that it was probably a little bit different than like the UP crowds and, probably the Minnesota State crowd. It's not as big of a natural hockey area. Bowling Green, it's growing, and obviously the Falcons done a great job of promoting youth hockey, but the hockey knowledge is a little bit different than it would be at your traditional markets there. So they can get riled up about things that maybe traditional crowds don't, and so that can really start to snowball on you. And the team, the Bowling Green, the Falcons play well that way. They know how to get their crowd going with some of the chippiness and after the whistle. So I think being a disciplined effort is going to be really critical. Playing between the whistles and staying out of that. We want to beat them between the whistles, and that after the whistle stuff doesn't entertain me, and we want to play.